Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bea. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, or you've had an amazing day. Maybe it's nighttime for you guys. Yeah, I hope you guys had a very good Valentine's Day. So today I'll be talking about the 4 ways on how to deal with rejection. So we've all been there, when you either you are rejected from either relationship, or when you are kind of like had this image, you with this guy, and then he actually did not want the same thing. So it is that kind of rejection. And there's also like the rejection, career wise, all of that. But for today, I'll be focusing more on the rejection in terms of relationship wise. So it's very hurtful. It's very hurtful situation when you are expecting different outcome or different response, and then you express your feelings and you put your heart out there, and then the response is not as how you expected it. Yeah, so I would like to share these things just to encourage whoever is going through this, or like in future, because when I went through this, I took kind of like a long road, because I didn't know how to deal with it. And it's kind of like a sudden experience, because you kind of let your heart out there, and then it's like this light, and then suddenly it's just dimmed because of like with that response, you're like, oh, okay, it's kind of like you feel like everyone else is against you, and the entire world is actually against you, or you're kind of like rejected by the entire world. That is how I felt. So yeah, so the first point is, don't try to force the healing. Don't rush the healing process. Don't rush yourself, and don't say, oh no, I'm good, I'm gonna like, don't kind of sweep things under the carpet, so to speak. Don't be like, okay, so that chapter is done, let me just move on. It's okay to be vulnerable with yourself, and it's okay to to just accept the reality, and you say out loud, because most of the times the more stuff that we the more we say it's the more we hear it, the more we actually accept it. So you just say, yes, I like this guy, and the results were not as, or the response was not as expected, and I'm a human being. I have these feelings, and I'm going to take time to heal. Because most of the times, like for me, I was just like, oh no, I'm good, and then months later, I'm still thinking about that stuff, right? So yeah, and I kind of think it this way, like it's like driving, it's like getting stuck, like driving, and then your car gets stuck in a mud or in like a very deep snow. The more you drive, the deeper the car goes down, and the harder to take it out. So it's like, once you know that, okay, that situation is not going anywhere, it's good to just stop and just acknowledge the fact that this is the situation, and find help. And yeah, so don't keep on driving and then it's just is a metaphor, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain here. I did write it down, and so I'll just be reading here. The second thing is, ask help. Ask for help from people that you know that they have they love you, and just ask for help, because in Proverbs 2 verse 25, it says, anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. So if you seek for advice from someone who is more mature than you, or for a friend, from a friend who you think that they have good intentions and they love you, they will tell you, like, they will encourage you, and you kind of like pour your heart out, your feelings out, right? So, and then it will cheer you up, because the more you hear this, you're strong, those words will cheer you up. You just say, oh, you know what, I'm actually not in a very bad situation than I thought. You know what I mean? So and usually the stuff that we think, like, in every situation, it feels that it's worse, but it's actually not worse. Have you ever had a pimple, and whenever you touch it, it feels bigger than how it actually looks in the mirror? That's how life is, I think. Yeah, so the third thing is, be aware of the anxiety thoughts, of the anxious thoughts. Be aware of them. Be aware of them, and also pray about it. Pray about it, because you just, like, the enemy attacks our minds, right? So there will be, there'll come a time, you start thinking like maybe you're not enough, or why did he respond that way, and why did I get rejected, am I not beautiful enough, or on First Peter 5 verse 7, it says, cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. So, so like, yeah, cast all your anxiety thoughts, and you have to think what you're thinking about as well, and casting down all imaginations. Yeah, and also in Psalms 55 verse 22, it says, cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. So just pray about it. And when I say pray about it, it's not like a cliche, just saying, oh yeah, just pray about it. It's actually asking God, like, ask God as if he is your friend. Ask God, God, I'm really having this negative thoughts in my life, in this situation, and I pray that you help me to capture every time I'm kind of drifting, thinking about those bad stuff. I pray that you will kind of remind me there that I'm actually thinking about that bad stuff, so that I can catch that thought and speak against it. So it's all about praying that way, like praying in like a strategic way, not just praying, oh God, I pray that I'll get through this, get what, so just praying in details and being very specific. Yeah, so number 4 is focusing on your vision and focusing on your future, and also press forward, pressing forward with what you have, with the vision that you have, with your dreams, instead of every time you just keep on thinking about this guy. Every time the thought comes in your mind, shift that thought into your vision, because that is how you are going to train your mind to actually just switch into your vision. So whenever you think about, oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's with another girl, or all of this stuff, you'll be like, oh, my plan was and I need to do that. So it's just like, I think I saw this video in in the preaching, and it did mention that when you are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then someone says stop, think about something else, and then you'll be like, so it's kind of like the same kind of like the same way. Like whenever you're thinking about, you don't have to think the thoughts that you're thinking about. You just have to redirect your thoughts and think about, you know, something else, and train your mind that way. So yeah, and I hope you guys are blessed, you know, from this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you know anyone who is going through this situation, please share it to them. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe down below. And I would like to hear your comments as well. Like what do you guys think? Like, have you guys ever gone through a rejection, and how did you guys deal with, you know, like, did I miss any points? Like, please feel free to add any points in the comments down below. I always check your comments and I read them. And yeah, thank you so much, and you guys have a good night and you have a good day. Thank you. Bye.